Hello everybody and welcome back to Summer Night Swordcraft story. A little bit of a story here, I suppose, in regards to the editing of this episode, and the volume's pretty loud. So let me turn that down. I'll probably turn that down in the actual video. But yeah, I wanted to have some Super Wars BX music for this, but it made the render time significantly longer, I suppose, because of the length or the size of those files. So I switched those out for the normal Summer Night music, which I suppose is a little bit boring, but in the future if there's only one speed up, there's two here, mostly because they were in different clips, which is why there's two, but they're right after another, so don't worry about that. But overall, it isn't a big deal. So yeah, Summer Night. Just like Fate Extra, I recorded this a while ago, and I think I'm catching up we're catching up overall to how much I have recorded, and because I haven't recorded much more after that one long session that I had. So I need to record some more of this. There are a lot of things I want to record, but I just can't record all of them because if I did, I wouldn't have enough hard drive space or enough time to even commentate over them all. Which I suppose is the bad thing about this kind of thing. Although I suppose as I advance, so to say, I might be able to fit more things into my schedule. I haven't been able to record a lot more of Final Fantasy 13, so that marathon may be pushed back for a while. So I may do other marathons in the meantime. But yeah, this video was originally 30 minutes long, and because of these speed ups, around 30 minutes long, and because of these speed ups, the video got cut by 10 minutes. If you're wondering why the volume is lower for the music here, it's because the volume of the original music files were completely different, but they're playing at the same rate, I suppose. No, not rate, sound. Level. Whatever. Like, I didn't lower the volumes of any of these tracks, is what I'm saying. I wanted to get into streaming a little bit a while ago, so I could, stream long recording sessions of games, because some people do that. But that really isn't possible for me, because my internet isn't good enough to stream in a good quality, and I really can't get better internet right now. So you'll just have to settle for no streams. And it would be streaming on YouTube, so the videos would appear on my YouTube channel. Because there were times where I wanted to play games for a long time, but for the sake of quality, I guess, I couldn't record for too long, or else there'd be too many interruptions. And for a stream, I don't know, I guess interruptions are sort of expected on streams, but not terribly long. Well, actually, I think that's sort of the reason why I didn't want to continue streaming, is because of the amount of interruptions I've got. A little bit too many for me to do something like streaming. I'm kind of glad I started this whole YouTube thing, because it gave me something to do in my free time. I have too much free time. To be honest, I should have done other things. Maybe join a club or something like that, but I didn't. I did this instead. Even then, there were months where I didn't do anything. I remember last summer, I wanted to get Mega Man Force 2 out and done, but I got so lazy and I didn't do it. I think it's because I had other games to play during that, but there hasn't been any games that have come out so far that I've really been interested in, or games that I am interested in are coming out much later, and I don't really want to buy any other games in the meantime because I want to have money to buy those games when they come out. Because if you think about it, if I'm going to buy, Blade Chronicles X and Fire Emblem Cross and Megami Tensei, that's gonna cost me probably around 120 bucks. And that's a bit of money. Like, I don't make much off these YouTube videos, and I should really obtain another source of income, but as I've said before, there's a reason why I can't really do that right now. And if the overall gist is I have no way of getting over there. I have no easy form of transportation to get over there in the place where I live at. There is no public transportation. The public transportation that really is reliable, or that runs all the time. There are no trains, or there's buses, but you'd have to go at a very specific time to even catch a bus. Like in New York City, you just wait a little while at a bus stop, and a bus will eventually come. But over here, if you miss the bus, you missed the bus. And the fact that most of my family works right now, and they need the cars to get to their jobs, so I can really use the car to drive to my own job. So I kind of try on this for money. I tried finding jobs with in my area, but there is none that are really available for me to do. I tried looking into them, and for the most part they required degrees of some kind, or were really far away. Perhaps I should go job hunting again, because I really would like a job to obtain some more income for a little bit, so I could more easily get some recording equipment. I'll probably go into try to find some jobs. Try to find a job in the future. But for right now, let's talk about Summon Night, or maybe I should talk about things away from Summon Night, because there really isn't too much happening right now. Because I think we're going through another quest right now. Not a side quest, just story quest, I suppose you could call it. I don't really recall what was happening here. Hang on a second, did we didn't go through this already, did we? In the last episode? No, we didn't. We did not. I hope we didn't. It'd be very embarrassing if this was the same episode as yesterday. No, it couldn't be. No, that's not. I have no idea what you're talking about, Sugar. Anyway, Summon Night. Yeah, I know a lot of you guys don't really care about anything that's going on about me personally, but I just decided to talk about that, so there was something to talk about. The trouble with the Summon Night games is that there really isn't anything too interesting to really talk about. Gameplay wise, because overall you're really doing the same thing. Overall, only boss fights really have anything interesting to say, or story events, but if you're going through the labyrinth, there really is nothing to talk about, because you're just going through the labyrinth facing enemies. And there really isn't a lot of variety, which I've said, which was the problem with Summon Night, the original, that there isn't much variety in terms of environments and stuff like that. Anyway, now we're going against Ariel and Mariel. As I said before, they use a drill, just like me. And so if you're using another weapon besides drill, you're probably going to have a little bit of trouble against these guys, because they'll probably wear down your durability if you block too much, so you really can't block against them. So you probably should use a skill like Enchant, enchant guard or whatever that was called to raise your defense against these guys, or probably maybe even enchant aqua, because Razzie did something similar to that and it prevented her weapon from losing durability. But I think enchant aqua might actually be work against you in this case. Her drill has a lightning element attached to it. I don't make her drill more because I've made the next drill in the line of drills, I suppose is the right way to say it. If you guys wondering why I'm doing some nights, more than I wanted to replay the game and decided why not upload it from my channel. It may not be in the best of quality, but hey, I'm just doing it just to do it. And I suppose I could say I've done it on my channel before. I don't know if I'll ever do anything live again. I probably will well, if I ever have to do something with if I'm ever doing something with a friend, I should say, then I'll probably do it live. But for single player games, I'll probably will do it post just for the sake of it being a little bit more easy for me. The main problem is that I record this right after Fate Extra. And when you're recording several things in a row, you can kind of get worn out. I guess is what you say. I'm feeling pain in the left side of my body for some reason. Oh no! But anyway, it's just that kind of thing. So I don't know if I should really stop this and perhaps do it as a main walkthrough eventually, but if Fate Extra gets done before this gets done, then of course I'll switch it up and have this be take the main slot. But I'm fine uploading this 3 times a week. Gives people a little bit of extra variety to watch. Gives them something else to watch if they're not interested in Fate Extra or because this is a little bit different from those kind of games. I guess you can just consider the same, but in terms of gameplay, it's a little bit different. I'm thinking about, I don't know what else to do after this. I was thinking of doing Gurman, but I've abandoned Gurman. I haven't been playing that game at all lately, and it really hasn't kept my interest. I thought I would get into it, but I haven't been able to get into it. Hyperdimension Neptunia has been put to the side for now. Perhaps that will replace Fate Extra, but that is... I don't know if I want to really do it right now. It's another long RPG, so I don't know if I should really replace an RPG with another RPG. I think I should maybe do something a little bit more lighthearted. Although, then the question lies is that what could, not lighthearted, but a little bit more on the shorter side. But I don't know any games that I have that could be on the shorter side. Maybe Jak and Daxter Lost Frontier. That isn't that great of a game, but perhaps I should do that game. That's the only Jak and Daxter game I can record right now. All the Jak and Daxter games that I own on the PS2 no longer work. Unfortunately, I didn't really took care of my game when I was younger, so that's very unfortunate. That and part of the games were like taken out of their cases when my little brother when he was very young, and you know, they were ruined at that point. So that's unfortunate, but that only happened for like a very I don't know, like a rare occasion. I mean, I have Kingdom Hearts 2 on the PS2, but I also have that on the PS3 now, thanks to thanks to the HD Remix games. But that game is incredibly long. Like I thought it was kind of short when I was young, I guess. Or I didn't think it was as long as an RPG, but it's just as long as any normal RPG. So I don't really want to do that. I have Ni no Kuni for the PS3, but that's incredibly long. And also Final Fantasy 13 for the PS3, and that's incredibly long as well. maybe I should do Infamous. I do have that game on the PS3. I do have Infamous 2 as well. I don't know how long those games are, but they shouldn't be terribly long, and I don't have to complete those 200%. So maybe I'll do one of those games. Although keep in mind that when I do a PS3 game, the quality won't be the best because all I have to record PS3 is AV cables, which are the red, white, and yellow cables that you may remember. And through a converter, I convert it into an HDMI signal and record it on my PS, record it on my Elgato HD capture card. It's the HD60, and it was available at a Best Buy at the time, so while I was going through a Best Buy and that was the only version available, so I decided why not. Sure, I probably should have gotten an older version of the Elgato, but yeah, I just got that one, and I'll have to buy converters. I don't know. I know I can record the PS3 in better quality, but I'm not sure what cables are required for that, and I won't be able to get those cables for a while, considering I just bought the converter. I thought, why not buy the converter instead, because I could record PS2 games with that converter, and possibly GameCube games and other older consoles that use those cables. So I decided, why not buy that for now and buy the better cables when it becomes necessary. But I'm not sure what would be the best cable converter, because I still have to convert it into HDMI. That's something that I need to keep in mind. Well, if it outputs in if the other cable outputs into 720p, then that'll be fine, because the converter just converts that into an HDMI signal, so it shouldn't have any impact on the quality at all. Maybe I'll do a quick Google search when we're in the game. Let's see here. Let's see here. So HDMI, of course. Yeah, I have an AV cable. I need to get a component AV cable to record in 720p with the PS3. Alright. So I need component cables. Alright. I understand now. Component AV cables. How much are component? Hang on, how much are those? I know you guys really might not be too interested in this, but I am interested in it. And look for the price for one of these, and it's frickin' $53 new. Holy shit! Sorry for my language there, but oh crap! What? There are other. Okay, I guess that's an official Sony one. I could get a third-party one for $5. Let's see. So this is component AV. So component AV to HDMI. Oh boy, that's another expensive piece of hardware. Holy shit. It's, this is $57. Oh boy. Oh god, I gotta buy more converters. Cause I can get these AV component AV cables pretty easily, but the converter is what I'm dreading. And I'm not sure if I can actually find a good converter on Amazon. settings. I prefer. There is this it? Yep, here it is. Component AV to HD TV HDMI, $40. Alrighty then. Alright, so I'll need to buy one of these. Alrighty then. This is very unfortunate for me. Yeah, this makes my old converter useless. Oh crap. That's just me not really paying attention to, not really doing my research, so that's nobody but my fault. But either way, the video's gonna end soon, so I'll see you guys again next time, whenever that is. Bye.